Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Chiefs versus Bengals NFL matchup on Sunday, December 31st, 2023. Of course, if you like our free picks that we do every day at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. You can use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text the number that you see on the screen. These aren't available on the website. The only way to get these numbers, these packages, is to text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got the Chiefs taking on the Bengals. This is a rematch of the last two AFC Championship games, and this is, considered, one of the highlight games of the day. And while a lot of us believe that the Dolphins-Ravens game this year is a lot more meaningful, I guess because Taylor Swift is going to be there at the game for the Chiefs, that this game is more important to the NFL to be in this time slot, such as the NFL that we live in today. And I got to say, man, these guys certainly don't have their priorities straight. That's why we've had to watch the Jets and the Giants so much in prime time this year. But when we look at this Chiefs team, they are coming off one of the saddest efforts that you'll see against the Las Vegas Raiders, where the Raiders did not complete a pass after the first quarter, and the Chiefs still couldn't beat them. The greatest quarterback of the last decade, Patrick Mahomes, basically rendered ineffective. He fumbled the ball, which led to a Raiders touchdown, which was a Raiders touchdown, and then he threw just a horrible interception, which once again was returned for points by the Raiders, and that was the difference in that game. The Chiefs never rebounded, they never fired, and I think we've seen this from a lot from the Chiefs this season, where it's a lot of drop passes. They lead the league in drops, and this is the most drops by an Andy Reid team by a mile, and it's just the Chiefs are just lacking talent at the receiver spots. Travis Kelce is another guy whose game has really regressed. The more Taylor Swift we see, the worse that Travis Kelce's game has been. Whether there's a correlation there, I'm not really sure. Or this is just a guy who's starting to have a few years under his belt in the NFL. All that pounding, all that beating, starting to count up on him, but he's not making those catches that we've been used to seeing him catch so reliably over recent years. For the Bengals, of course, there is no Joe Burrow this year, but the Bengals still continue to compete. They were absolutely horrible last week against the Steelers, but that has been pretty much few and far between for this Bengals team. The Bengals were missing Jamar Chase last week in that game against the Steelers, and he's questionable for this one, but my guess is with the Bengals' playoff hopes riding on this one, if he can pretty much get out there, he is going to play, and he is a difference maker. He is their best offensive player outside of Joe Burrow, and I think even with Burrow and him, maybe it's 1 and 1A, or they're very close as far as just how good that these players are. I gotta say, I think this game is going to be super competitive. The games between these two teams have been competitive the last several times they've played, whether it be in the playoffs or in the regular season, and I think getting this many points with the Bengals against a Chiefs team that can't catch a football, I'll take my chances with the points in the Bengals, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and the way they work is they help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.